What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoky, well, I was gonna say Lightning Collection, but no, I think it's technically called the Retro Collection. We have this. It's the DINO MEGAZORD. And this is from like their fairly cheap like Zord line. This is a really weird one. So I got this at Walmart yesterday, maybe day before yesterday, and I knew this line had been out for a while, and I've only ever seen Wave 1, which is like the Dino Megazord, the Thunder Megazord, uh, a red Ninja or an Ninjago or whatever they call his name. And there's one other one. What is it? Doesn't really matter. And I've seen a little, I think I've seen one maybe figure out of the uh, second wave, but either way, have almost never seen the Dino Megazord. Seen the Thunder Megazord a lot. So, to give you an idea, it's not that big a box, but it is supposed to be based like a VHS box. You can even see here. Looks like that. It says Dino Megazord down the side. It's got all this back here. You got all this on the back here. This is super Hasbro-y here. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers combine the dinosaurs to form the Dino Megazord. And you see it right there. And this thing is like really, really, really simple. It's damn near a brick. You got all your warnings, stuff like that. You got this here, and it is roughly the size of a double VHS, which is interesting. So I'm gonna come down here, I'm gonna pop this because I do want to remove the inner box because personally I think it's kind of cool. So I think this is round about where Hasbro started doing their plastic proof packaging. I love this. It looks like a proper VHS. You got Dino Megazord, and then you've got Dino Megazord Volume 1, Volume 2. I think this is the exact size and shape of a proper VHS. And of course, turn it around. You get your paper packaging. Nice fiery backdrop here. I guess if you were so inclined, you could probably get this apart, get a decent fiery explosion background going. Let's come on, there we go. So, I mean, that's not bad. We're just going to toss it on a shelf. Nothing to necessarily hold it up. Maybe if you flop this back. Oh, there we go. Oh, might use that to take pictures of here in a minute. So let's set this aside. Go over there. And let's unwrap this brick. It does seem like everything is included in the plastic. I don't see any accessories. Up, the sword is right here. Okay. And okie dokie. Look at this. Holy crap. All right. Wow. Just wow. So look, I knew that these were cheap. I really did. I already knew they were cheap offhand. This feels like a dollar store toy. Is there even any? There's like a tiny bit of room to work in the hips. Paint haps are really incomplete. I mean, hell, look, they only painted the outside treads of this guy. You got the inside treads there. I mean, like, the molded detail is all there. You got all this going on. You got all of the details here on the Triceratops and the saber-tooth tiger. You do have a slight tilt there. A little bit of yellow paint gotten over there. I don't know how that happened. There's no knees. There's no elbows. You do have wrist rotation. Nothing going on in the torso. The head can turn. And of course, let's come up to this head sculpt here. And zoom on in. Whoa. That was a bit much. Okay. So, being a pretty budget line here. Oh, look at this. You got some blue crap right here in the middle of that. That's not good. That's very not good. So either way, looks like the Dino Megazord head. The sculpt is on point, but the fact that everything's painted on top of black does make it kind of crappy. The shoulders actually look incredibly good because this is a glossy plastic. This is a weird soap boxy plastic or soap bottle plastic. Um, you can always tell when they try harder. I mean, like, they gave enough paint work over here on the arms. It's actually pretty good. I mean, hell, this actually looks like that pterodactyl is part of the chest, and, you got the tail going on back here. It looks like this entire panel. Like, there's an entire panel kind of here. I don't even know why. Like, I guess to get inside to make use of some of this stuff? I don't know. Can the legs even extend down? No. Okay, well, I mean, budget is the word here. Because it's normally, I think, somewhere in the $16 range, I think is what I got it for. And that's what, prices have gone up. Okay, so the arm does go around. That's good. You do get outward motion. That's actually not bad. But it has actually less ability to move than the old school original Megazords. But it does sort of look like a dude in a suit. It's got the chunkiness going on. And he does have the hands for holding stuff, though it is kind of sad that they only give you the power sword, which is made of super soft plastic. So painting that's going to be a pain in the butt. Unless, of course, you've got some Rust-Oleum. Rust-Oleum seems to work pretty well on these Hasbro plastics without destroying them, especially the soft kind. Does seem like there's just a tiny bit of rotation there. Of course, nothing in the feet. Although the horns here are separate. Well, they don't even bother to paint these things because they know they can't. So they just paint the silver here. So, all right. I mean, there's not a lot to go over. This will be a fairly quick thing. So, to give you an idea of what this line is for, because I don't understand this, here is Wally, first size comparison. Wally's my general, desk mascot to do these things. For another comparison, here is the not Soul of Chigokin. Wow, way off. Holy crap, what is it called? But just the model kit, I should say, of the Astro Megazord. Mind you, very dusty. I need to dust it off here before probably throwing it on the shelf. So it's taller than this. Now, here is a almost brand new Power Rangers Lightning Collection figure. So taller than this. And if I had to guess, I don't have any anymore, but it would probably be very similar in height to the old Build-A-Megazords. They used to get with the Legacy. So I think the old one, the old regular Megazord, was probably just a hair taller. Look at my shelf, make sure I got rid of it. I did, unfortunately. Now, if you're saying, well, Shoky, no, they released these so that you could use them with your monsters. Okay, then. Here's one of the monsters. No. It's like because the monsters are all bigger. Like they're their own kind of size class. They're not meant to be this big. It's kind of a problem. These retro collections, I believe, is what they are called. Um, they don't have anywhere for them to fit in. Like I think they're only kind of meant to fit in amongst themselves, like the other ones that are out too. Now, I'm not going to go after these whole hog by any means. However, I do have on order the Super 7 Megazord. What's crazy, it looks like you could almost rotate at the elbow. That would give you a bit more movement. I have the Super 7 Megazord coming. And I think that's going to fit in significantly better with the Power Rangers monsters. We'll see, because obviously it's not going to be here for a while. Same thing with their Dragon Zord. Don't have that yet. And there's no point in like showing this off in comparison to something larger like the Solo Chogokin or anything like that, because it's not even meant for that. I don't know what it's meant for. I mean, like, this is definitely a good toy for a little kid. This feels like it can take a beating. Like, I figure, like, the only hard plastics, like, actual, like, suitably hard plastics are here on the arms. And, like, I don't even know. I assume these are all, yeah, this is just a big ball joint here. and it's just sort of plugged into the chest there. And it's a super simple thing. Like this could have been a $10 figure. In fact, it might have been at some point, and then the with inflation, it just went up to 16. Uh, as I picked it up the other day, and that I think they are Walmart exclusives as well. So that's a thing in and of itself. So I don't know. If you like these, let me know. What do you use them for? Like other than maybe fighting each other, which, fine if you get your Megazords fighting each other if you want to do that. And I can't think, and I know they have the Tiger Zord and the Mega Tiger Zord coming in the next wave, along with there is a black and gold. No, that's a reaction figure. But I thought maybe they had a black and gold Megazord special edition. I could be wrong. I've seen a few things here and there, but like it's just it's a toy that exists for someone that I don't know. Like I don't know who this is for. It's not necessarily for collectors. I guess it's for kids, but how many little kids nowadays are playing with this? This would have been perfect for like my 10-year-old self or something way back in the day. In exchange, but even then, we had versions of the Megazords that were like weren't combiners, that were smaller, but they were still bigger than this, in my opinion. This is roughly in the 6.5-inch range, which is not big enough to serve any particular purpose. It's just a strange thing. So they've given us a combining Megazord that was really cheaply made. You can still buy it on Amazon, from what I saw. You also have the Oh, also it doesn't fit in any size class. You also have the Zap Megazord, which is at least scaled, but to nothing but other Zap stuff or Gundams for that matter, because it's a 1/144th scale. I have no need for that because I have my own version of the Megazord I'm happy with. So I don't know. I don't know what this was made for, other than to be a cheap thing. I mean, it's sold at Walmart right next to the Lightning Collection, right next to the other mainline Power Rangers things that are probably more kid oriented. So it's weird. And obviously, the quality isn't great. So many details they didn't bother with because they probably would have had to raise the price point a few bucks. You got, I mean, major flaws going on here, stuff like that. Almost no articulation. I mean, realistically, the legs don't actually move. So only the head and the arms move, and only in large portions. So it is what it is. But that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'm working through all my reviews right now. I got a lot of stuff to catch up on, and I have a bunch of figures on the way, including a lot more Power Ranger stuff. So I'll see you next time. Remember, as always, keep on nerding.